A quiet bar, a crowded room, one gunshot that shattered a community's trust forever. What happened that night wasn't just a crime. It was a betrayal so cold-blooded it left a town divided by silence. We've all heard stories of bar fights, but what happens when the real danger isn't a stranger across the room, but the friend sitting beside you? This isn't just about a single act of violence. It's about secrets buried under small-town loyalty, a victim fighting for survival, and a town forced to confront its darkest shadows. On the night of March 12, 2019, Clara Bennett walked into the Iron Lantern, a local bar in the tight-knit town of Ash Hollow. She never walked out. Her partner, Henry Cross, left freely. Why? Because everyone in Ash Hollow had a reason to stay silent. Clara was a nurse, a daughter, a friend. She spent her days saving lives at Ash Hollow General Hospital, her co-workers calling her the calm in the chaos. But outside the hospital, Clara's life was anything but calm. Henry was a local legend, a mechanic who could fix any engine, the guy who'd help you jumpstart your truck or coach your kid's little league team. Charismatic, charming, the kind of man you'd trust without question. But behind closed doors, his charm masked controlling, volatile nature. On the surface, Clara and Henry seemed perfect. Newlyweds, living in a modest house on the edge of town. But friends noticed cracks. Clara started canceling plans last minute. She'd flinch at loud noises. And sometimes, bruises would appear on her arms. She'd blame them on slips at work. Her best friend, Maya, watched Clara grow more anxious, more withdrawn. One night, Clara left her phone unattended at the bar. Maya saw a message from Henry. "You think you can humiliate me? Tonight ends with blood." Maya begged Clara to leave Henry, to file a report, but Clara refused. "If I disappear," she told Maya, "don't waste time searching. Just find the truth." That voicemail was sent 3 days before the shooting. 3 days before Clara walked into the Iron Lantern and never walked out. So, what happened that night? Let's piece together the timeline. Ash Hollow isn't the kind of town where secrets stay buried. With a population of 12,000, everyone knows everyone. The kind of place where the barista remembers your coffee order and the mechanic fixes your car on a handshake. But behind its small-town charm lies a code of silence, a loyalty so fierce it can protect even the darkest truths. For decades, the Iron Lantern has been the heart of Ash Hollow. Locals gather here after work, on weekends, during every holiday. It's where Clara and Henry built their lives, and where their story unraveled. Clara was 28, a nurse at Ash Hollow General Hospital, known for her kindness. Her co-workers called her the calm in the chaos. Her patients said she made them feel safe. But outside the hospital, Clara's life was anything but calm. Henry, 34, was a local legend, a mechanic who could fix any engine, the guy who'd help you jumpstart your truck or coach your kid's little league team. Charismatic, charming, the kind of man you'd trust without question. But behind closed doors, his charm masked a controlling, volatile nature. The night of March 12th started like any other at the Iron Lantern. Patrons laughed, glasses clinked, and the jukebox played low in the background. But by midnight, everything would change. Clara arrived alone as usual. She ordered her favorite drink, vodka soda, and took a seat near the dartboard. But when Henry walked in, the mood shifted. Witnesses later recalled his eyes scanning the room, locking onto Clara like a predator tracking prey. Henry didn't sit with her. He didn't even greet her. Instead, he hovered, close enough to hear her conversations, far enough to avoid suspicion. When Clara tried to leave, he followed her toward the parking lot. Maya watched him go, uneasy but unsure what to do. What happened next? We'll never know the full truth. But we do know this. Clara was heard arguing with Henry just before the shot rang out. Clara was shot once, in the back, just below her shoulder blade. The bullet tore through her lung, leaving her gasping for air. Paramedics said she was barely conscious when they found her curled on the asphalt whispering, "He did it. Henry shot me." Henry called 911 less than a minute later. His voice shook as he told the operator, "My partner, She pulled a knife on me. I had no choice. I had to defend myself. But when officers arrived, no knife was found. Only Clara's blood pooling beneath her car. The autopsy told a different story. The bullet entered Clara's back at close range. No gunpowder residue on her skin. No signs of struggle. Forensic experts confirmed she was shot while fleeing. Henry claimed self-defense. But the medical examiner's report contradicted him. If Clara had attacked him, the wound would have been to her chest or stomach. Instead, the shot came from behind, a cold-blooded execution. Doctors also found older injuries, scars from past abuse Clara never reported. This wasn't the first time Henry hurt her. It was just the last. When news broke, Ash Hollow fractured. Henry's friends rallied to his defense. He's a good guy. He wouldn't do this. Meanwhile, Clara's family faced backlash for speaking out. Strangers left death threats on their social media. She asked for it. Maya became a pariah. Henry's supporters called her a liar, a jealous ex-friend. She received threatening messages. You better shut up or you're next. One anonymous tip even claimed Maya had fired the gun. The police never followed up. The town's loyalty to Henry ran deeper than facts. For years, Ash Hollow had looked the other way. His temper, his jealousy, his control over Clara. Now, they protect him to the end. But here's the twist. The evidence that should have sealed Henry's guilt vanished. And the witness who could have changed everything? She disappeared before trial. Detectives began by reconstructing the timeline. Surveillance footage showed Henry following Clara to the parking lot. No one saw the actual shooting, but the absence of a weapon became the first red flag. Henry claimed self-defense. He told officers Clara pulled a knife, forcing him to fire. But when detectives scoured the scene, no blade was found, no fingerprints, no signs of a struggle. Then came the inconsistencies. Henry said Clara attacked him near her car, but blood spatter analysis showed she was shot while running away, not standing still. The trajectory of the bullet contradicted his version of events. Detectives dug deeper. They found Clara's text messages, months of threats from Henry. One read, "You'll never leave me. I'll make sure of it." Another, "I see you talking to Maya. You think I won't act?" Henry wasn't just a jealous partner. He was a man obsessed with control. Detectives uncovered pattern, tracking Clara's phone, isolating her from friends, even dictating what she wore to work. Experts labeled it coercive control, a slow, insidious form of abuse designed to strip a victim's autonomy. Maya would later testify about Henry's final threat, one that should have warned everyone what was coming. 2 weeks before the shooting, Maya overheard Henry confronting Clara at the bar. His voice was low, but the words cut deep. "You think you can humiliate me? Tonight ends with blood." Maya reported the exchange to police, but when she asked for protection, they dismissed her. "It's just words," one officer said. "Unless he acts on them, we can't do anything." Henry played the grieving partner perfectly. He sobbed during interviews, clutched Clara's scarf, and begged for justice. But Maya saw the cracks. His tears never reached his eyes. His grief felt rehearsed. But the biggest surprise was yet to come. A witness no one expected and a story that split the town. For weeks, the case seemed open and shut. Then, a man named Jason Bell stepped forward. A regular at the Iron Lantern, he claimed to have seen everything. Jason described Clara lunging at Henry, pointing the barrel at his chest. He even swore he saw the glint of metal in her hand before the shot rang out. But inconsistencies followed Jason. He couldn't explain why no weapon was found. He couldn't place himself in the exact spot he claimed to witness the attack. And most suspiciously, Henry's lawyer hired him as a consultant days after his testimony. The town took sides. Henry's supporters hailed Jason as a hero. Clara's family called him a liar. And the jury? They were left to decide. Was it a tragic act of self-defense or a cold-blooded execution masked by a convenient witness? The trial was a spectacle. Ash Hollow's courthouse overflowed with reporters, protesters, and townspeople clinging to their version of the truth. Prosecutors argued Henry's actions were premeditated, a man who'd stalked, threatened, and finally executed his partner. The defense painted Clara as unstable, a woman who provoked her own death. Prosecutors laid out the timeline. Clara's bruises, Henry's threats, the gunshot wound to her back. This wasn't self-defense, the lead prosecutor declared. It was execution. But the defense weaponized doubt. They questioned Maya's credibility, citing her friendship with Clara. They highlighted Jason Bell's testimony, framing it as a tragic accident. Clara was volatile, Henry's lawyer argued. She brought a gun. She attacked him. He acted out of fear. For 17 days, the jury debated. Some jurors believed Henry's story. Others saw through the lies. Finally, a compromise, manslaughter, not murder. Henry was sentenced to 10 years for manslaughter. No life in prison. No justice for Clara. The verdict split Ash Hollow. Henry's friends celebrated. He got off easy. Clara's family wept. They let a killer walk free. And Maya? She watched in the back, realizing the town would never believe her. Maya left Ash Hollow within a month. Clara's parents moved away, unable to face the stairs. Henry's supporters still gathered at the Iron Lantern, raising glasses to his survival. But Henry's sentence is nearing its end, and Ash Hollow is bracing for another storm. Silence protects abusers. Red flags are warnings, not rumors. And sometimes, the most dangerous person in the room wears a smile. Clara's story isn't just about one act of violence. It's about the complicity of a town that chose loyalty over truth, about the cost of ignoring red flags, about the courage it takes to speak up, even when no one wants to listen. If this story moved you, share it. Subscribe for more unsolved mysteries. Comment. What would you have done? One gunshot, one town, a lifetime of scars. The real crime here wasn't just a bullet. It was the silence that followed. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more stories that matter.